Welcome children. Today I am here with another grade 9 science lesson. We are going to discuss today about the support and movements of organisms. It is the 8th lesson of grade 9 science syllabus. So we are going to discuss about the support and movements of organism. So we need to know the meanings of these words. What is meant by support and what is meant by movements? Support means bearing all the parts of the body or bearing the body weight of organisms. And also holding up all the body parts and keeping the body shape. And also we can get into this keeping the body upright or in an erect position. Then what do you mean by movements? Living organisms change their location. This change in the location may be changing their whole body or a part of its body as a response to a stimulus. It is called a movement. So, from the first part of our lesson, we are going to discuss about the support and movements of animals. Different animals have different body structures. Also, they are living in different types of environments. We call these living environments as habitats. According to their support and movement mechanisms, their living environment and the body structure can be different to each other. First, let's examine about some microorganisms. The appendages used for locomotion by unicellular organisms. You can observe some of these unicellular organisms like amoeba, Paramecium and Euglena. Unicellular organisms like these amoeba, Euglena and Paramecium mostly living in water. They keep their body shape and the body support by inserting water into their bodies. Because their bodies are possessed only with a single cell, so they don't have any specific structures to maintain their body shape. They only have a single cell. So, they keep their body shape and the body support by inserting water into their bodies. For the locomotion, these different types of microorganisms have various appendages and they have different mechanisms of locomotion. Look at this amoeba. When amoeba move forward, they expand their body into the front direction. These finger-like extending body parts are called pseudopods or false foots. Using these pseudopods, amoeba locomote from one place to another. Also, these pseudopods help them to catch food particles and they help to insert some other compounds into their body. Then in the next diagram you can see a paramecium. Around the paramecium body there are small hair-like structures. These hair-like structures are called cilia. These cilia show movements like waves. These wave-like movements help to locomote them. Then in the other diagram you can see an euglena. Euglena have a single flagella. When this flagella rotates, it helps to move the euglena's body. So, the most common appendages that we can see in microorganisms are pseudopods, cilia and flagella. Microorganisms use these types of appendages for their locomotion. Most of the terrestrial animals use limbs to walk. For an example, arthropods like spiders, centipedes and scorpions, they have jointed limbs or jointed appendages. And the amphibians like frog and salamander also have limbs. The reptiles like tortoise, lizard and monitor, they also have limbs to walk. And the mammals like us, or cheetah, elephant and deer, most of the mammals are also possessed with limbs. But the structures of these limbs of each type of animals are different to each other, because invertebrate in the limb structure of invertebrates is totally different from the limbs of vertebrates. Then the birds or group Aves animals. They use wings to fly. They are aerial, they mostly live in aerial environments, so they have to fly. To fly, they have wings. For an examples, you can take crow, parrot, heron and eagle. Their forelimbs or the front limbs have converted into these wings, and these wings are covered with feathers. These feathers also give a very light body structure to fly easily through the wind. Isn't there any other animals who can fly? Why not? There are. Let's see who are they. Bats also have wings to fly. Bat is a mammal, but bats can fly. But bat wing is totally different from the bird wing. The structure is totally different from the bird wing, because bat wing do not covered with the feathers. Bat wing is made of expanded thin skin. In the diagram you can see clearly how the appearance or how it appears a bat wing. And on the other hand, there are some arthropods like butterfly, mosquito, housefly, ladybird bug and paddy bug. Also dragonfly, they also can fly. They are insects. They also have wings to fly. But the structure of these insect wings are totally different from bat wing and the bird wing. insect wings are very thin and they are very soft and they are very light in weight. Sometimes these insect wings are covered with very thin scale-like structures. It helps them to fly or glide through the air. Okay, then the next type of animal is fish or aquatic animals. Aquatic animals have adapted to swimming. So most of the fish or almost all of them are living in water, so they have to swim. To swim they have fins. But there are some aquatic mammalians also, but they don't have fins, they have flippers. For an examples, we can take dolphin, whales, seal, sea lion. Those are the aquatic mammals and they have flippers to swim. Some animals do not have specific appendages for the locomotion. They use body muscles to move from one place to another. For an examples, the annelids like earthworm and leech, they don't have appendages. And the mollusks like snail and slug, they also don't possess with appendages. The amphibians such as ichthyopis, they don't possess with limbs. And there is another type of animal, they are reptiles such as snakes. Snakes also don't consist the appendages in their body to move. So they use body muscles to locomotion. Now let's discuss about bones, muscles and joints. These bones, muscles and joints help to move the body and they help to keep the body shape of an organism. Actually, these bones, muscles and joints are consist inside the body of animals. They help to maintain the rigidity and the support of these animals. In invertebrate bodies, there isn't bones. They only have muscles. But the vertebrates, they have both muscles and bones. Joints are the structures in which two parts of the skeleton are fitted together. It means two parts of the bones or two parts of the muscles join each other in joints. These joints help to bend our body from certain places. Also, joints act as the levers of our body. Skeleton. The internal skeleton of many vertebrates is made of bones. Our skeleton also, it is made from bones. But in some cases, in some animals such as fish, their skeleton is made of cartilage. There are 206 bones in an adult human. Bones create a frame to fix the muscles. All the muscles are connected to these bones. So the skeletal help to hold the body weight mainly and help to keep the rigidity of our body. In the following picture, you can see how it appears the human skeletal system. You can see that bones are the basic structure. Bones create the basic structure of our body. Then muscles. As I told you before, muscles are connected to the bones, and muscles build the body shape mainly. And when muscles activating, we can move our body. There are few specific features of muscles. These muscle cells are arranged as fibers. In the following picture, you can observe how it appears a muscle fiber. These muscle cells has the ability to contract or short, and then they can again come to the original position after contraction or an expansion. Then muscle cells has the ability to relax. When muscle cells are relaxed or contracted, they have the ability to reach the original position again. These are the specific features of a muscle fiber. Collecting number of muscle fibers, it creates a large muscle. These muscle fibers arranged as bundles. By collecting few bundles, it creates a huge muscle. To examine the function of a joint, let's see how the human elbow joint is working. Human elbow is made of mainly 3 bones and 2 muscles. These 3 bones are humerus, ulna and radius bone. And the 2 muscles are tricep muscle and the bicep muscle. You can see how these muscles are connected to the bones. According to the diagram, it is clear that the parts participated to make the elbow junction are humerus, ulna and radius, and the muscles are tricep muscle and bicep muscles. Also, there are tendons and ligaments. Tendons are the type of tissues that attach a muscle to a bone. On the other hand, ligaments are the type of tissues which connect 2 bones together. In the following diagrams, you can see how the tendons and the ligaments are doing their functions in our body. This diagram shows how our elbow junction works. When the bicep muscle contracts, the tricep muscle becomes relaxed, and when we expand our hand, the tricep muscle contract and the bicep muscle become relaxed. When one is contracting, the other one is relaxing. If we observe our elbow using an X-ray, this X-ray image appears as like this. There is an activity in your textbook to examine this function of our elbow junction. For that, you will need 2 slices of cardboard and 2 pieces of elastic bands. You can make an structure given like in figure 8.3. Try to make this structure and try to examine the function of our elbow junction using this model. Here the elastic bands act like the muscles, and the cardboard pieces or the wooden plants are working as the bones. So try to do this activity at your home and try to examine the function of the elbow junction using this model. So those are the factors that you have to examine about the support and movements of animals. I think all of you could gain a good knowledge about this lesson. So I'll see you soon with another lesson, actually with the second part of this lesson, and wait for it. So thank you for the watching. Thank you for waiting with us.